What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Rage Traders NRL Supercoach podcast. Wolfie here, and I apologize for a bit of a late strategy, trades, and captains video this week because my son was in hospital for 2 days. Completely written off I was for 2 days. I still put my trades in, and I said to myself this week, that's it. I'm doing my trades. I'm not overthinking it, and I'm going to do my captain, and that's it. Lock it in. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And let me tell you, I'm a happy man so far. Before we get into it, on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. That will be greatly appreciated. And on a Spotify or Apple podcast, if you could leave a 5-star review, that does really help. Now, let's get into my trades. Let's get into a bit of a strategy, what I'm looking at, what I'm doing. We'll also talk about the biggest trades this week and my captains. Now, my captain at the moment, and I can't change it, and I'm happy about it, Nathan Cleary, 116 points. There may be a bit of a downgrade there with a try assist that I don't think should have been awarded to him. If they give it to him, look, I'm the happiest man alive. But if it gets taken back, maybe he'll be around the 100-ish mark. Obviously, still Captain with my captaincy pick. And my trades this week are as stand. I have a big dilemma here. And the fact that Adam Doueihi is out for the West Tigers, I think Sasagi could go pretty big, but I also think Couchman has the better run. So I am in a bit of a dilemma between choosing Sasagi or Toby Couchman. I think in the long run, I really do. I do think Couchman is going to be better. Now, either way, I'm going to likely have to downgrade someone and upgrade someone else. So I've pretty much set up my team now, whereas I think Hosking will be my upgrade target. And if that can get to someone that is a premium without doing an extra trade, that is obviously the goal. My downgrade target will likely be Tarpanay after round 23 when the Tigers have a bye. So in round 24, I'll likely look at moving Tarpanay. Now, obviously, I'm very happy with the Cleary captain. It was my plan all along. I was just locking it in. Super happy with that. My other trades are this. So for now, I've got Toby Couchman, Tallis Duncan out because of the hamstring injury. I don't even want to own him with coming off a hamstring injury late to the season. I think that's pretty deadly. That's just me. Lehigh Hopewadi, he goes out. Manly have a bye next week. I don't want to take a risk into Sharks, who have one of the better defenses against fullbacks and halfbacks. And also on top of that, Manly haven't been playing that good. Sharks have been playing pretty good. Reece Walsh comes in for Lehigh Hopewadi. Now, I'm hoping for big things. I'm hoping for a bit of a scoring contest. The biggest thing I want to watch here for my third trade, Tommy Turbo, he comes out for James Tedesco. The reason I haven't gone like a Scotty Drinkwater is just because I no confirmed kicking. Clifford's back in the team. They could play some much better footy. I don't understand why Clifford wasn't playing with us last week. That just is exactly why I didn't want Todd Payton as our coach continuing on. But again, I don't control that. And look, I just think with the run, with Tedesco having 2 weeks off, with his price as well, I still have the ability to move Suafar logo. That could be to a Callum Ponga. But with the news now that Callum Ponga is missing out on this week, likely could be a Scotty Drinkwater. It could be a Hamaso. It could be Hammer. It literally could be anyone. And I like that Suafar logo gives me that. Also, if he goes pretty big against Souths, it could be something where I hold him for one more week and get a bit of cash from him. But I'm hoping he gets 80 to 90 this week, where the break even won't hurt too much, which is 119. So I'm very happy with this. I think Tedesco is going to be, look, with no Callum Ponga there, that is a big hit to their attack. That is a big hit to Marju owners. And it's a big hit to just Newcastle in general, who just really rely on Callum Ponga for so much in what they do. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they come out the gates. Even the likes of like Lucas and Bradman Best might lose a bit from that. I've noticed that this season, but this is a wait and watch for me. So yeah, that's how I'm going to play that. 4 trades left after it. So I've used my 4 boosts now. And the reason I'm getting rid of Lehigh Hopewadi, yes, he's going to fullback. That's great. But more importantly, he was going for me in next week anyway. If he goes big this week, he goes big this week, guys. It is what it is. I'm trying to get my team set up. And yeah, crazy Tommy Jenkins tonight. He gets sin binned. He got a 1 try assist this game. I'm not sure what else he got, to be honest with you. But yeah, just a really low game for him. And you'll be happy with 51 considering you got sin binned and lost 10 minutes of game time. So take that as you will, but still a score you thought was going to be a bit higher. Eels came out the blocks this game and actually put on a pretty good show. And to be honest with you, in a game like this where there were 2 sin bins for Penrith and Penrith still winning comfortably, it just shows the Eels have a lot of work to do. All right, let's talk about the captains for this week. Then I'm going to go into trade targets. I like Sasagi. The news of Adam Dewey leaving, Canberra could absolutely go mental against the West Tigers. Like, it's very scary. This is going to be a big hit to the team, the management, the leadership. Just going to be, it's just crumbling apart. It really is falling down. The foundations are breaking, and things need to change. West Tigers, it's gone from a great start to the season to really getting injuries, Jerome Luai news, and now this AD sort of blow up. Yeah, insane. All right, so let's look at captains. If you haven't VC'd, I'm just going to go off the players that I would target, taking out the fact that Penrith and Parramatta have just played. Now, obviously, I did advise to have either a VC or captaincy on Cleary this week. If you did that, congratulations. You're likely looping. I'd wait for the upgrade, but you're likely looping that score. If you didn't, I really like a little sneaky VC on either Marky Mark or Tedesco. You could go. I don't think I'd go a Lucas. I think this will be a pretty tough game, and I think you'd be close to wasting a VC on that. But again, you don't have to go anyone from this game. I think there could be better options. Far Logo, I don't think is going to go massive this week. I just think he's in for about in between a 70 to 90 in my opinion. And I know that South have lost David Fafita. I know they've lost Tallis Duncan. It's just still, I just don't see South going really bad this game. Canberra West Tigers, honestly, if I had to choose a pod, someone like a Simi Sasagi, someone like a KO Weeks this game, even an Ethan Strange, all these guys could have massive games. So if your rank is really high, like not high, your rank is quite low in a sense of being poor this season, and you're not in a high rank where you're, at the top 100, top 1,000, top 5K, and you want to take a swing, I would literally go the Simi Sasagi, Ethan Strange, or KO Weeks and try and strike gold. I wouldn't do anything from the West Tigers this round. Bulldogs, New Zealand, I'm not really going heavy here. I wouldn't be going it much. Even though I do think Bulldogs could sneak a win this game, this could be a pretty low fantasy scoring game. North Queensland Broncos, this is a big one. I think this will be the battle of either Scott Drinkwater and Reece Walsh as your captaincy plays if you wanted to do it. I think this will be a high scoring game, like a 24 to 18 type thing. We'll have to wait and see, but this could go like really big, even like 30-24. So if you wanted to run with the Broncos momentum of beating Penrith, yeah, that's how you need to look at it. Now, we also need to remember Penrith didn't play that amazing tonight. And is that a sign into the Broncos being good, really good last week? Or was it Broncos versus a Penrith team that just hasn't been clicking as what they've used to be clicking lately? So take that as you will. Broncos they know they need to win to get into the top 8. Again, Tommy Didenbach, that's going to be a big boost. Again, having, getting his feet wet last week after a massive injury, this could be a really nail-biting game. Gold Coast versus St. George. Interesting game here. If you have Keanu Kinney, you could go VC Kinney into Sharks for Nico Hines. These are two crazy games. I expect St. George to win this game. I expect Sharks to win. I don't know what's going to happen at Pines Park. I don't know which Sharks team is going to turn up. A lot of people big on Nico Hines this week. Go for it if you feel safe. I've always said this, Sharks are a different team when they play away. When they're at Ocean Protect Stadium, that's when they get the big ones. However, he should be a safe 60 to 80 for sure. But yeah, that's my captaincy advice for this week. Looking at the trades, looking at what people are doing, we'll obviously go not in the ranked top 1%, but let's go in the top 10%. So in the top 10%, we've got everyone going Reece Walsh from Tommy Turbo, James Tedesco from Tommy Turbo, a lot of people going Simi Sasagi from Tallis Duncan or Hudson Young, Dylan Edwards with the late out to Reece Walsh, Jack Bostock again, who's someone I'm holding. They go to Simi Sasagi there. A lot of people going Simi Sasagi. I think that's also a plus based off the news from Hudson Young not being there, and also Adam Dewey basically just not playing this week because of internal reasons. So yeah, that's crazy. People who went Thomas Jenkins from Tallis Duncan, they'll be upset with that one because of very average score. Dylan Lucas comes in for Hudson Young and Tallis Duncan as well. And I don't mind that at all. The loss of Kalen Ponga, maybe people will look to move that, but I don't think so. I think he's just a season keeper that you're getting in, and people getting Payne Haas, which I think is a wonderful trade if you need a second or third-ish front row forward right now. So there we go. That's what it's looking like. They're the trades, and that is my sort of strategy. With 4 trades left, guys, it's getting very scary at the moment, where we essentially you can nuff down to 1 and then have 3 trades left, and that's how you have to think, because the only way to generate cash is either a player makes money or you have to nuff down so it can sit in your salary, then move other players up. So that's how my team's going to sit. Hopefully there's not too much carnage. Now, I will say this. As the week goes on, if there's more carnage, don't be afraid to reverse a trade, because you get free information with rolling lockouts. So just because you've made the trade doesn't mean you have to do it. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, guys, good strong start for me. Nathan Cleary, captain, very, very happy with that. I'm sitting at 283 points after 2 players. So hopefully the week continues on. And Suafar Logo, Nicholas Hines, Ryan Couchman, and Toby Couchman are my reserves for this week. I am playing Hilam Lukey, which is something that I'm up and arming about, because I know it's North Queensland at home. I think I'm going to stick with it. He usually is a flat 60. I think it'll be a high scoring game, and we'll have to wait and see. And again, I've got backup to my front row forward in case anything happens and for the Terrell May buy. But for now, I'm holding tight. Hopefully Tarpanay could maybe have a big one this week, with West Tigers just basically going to be on the back foot a lot this game, I think. So he's someone who I'm considering as a bit of reserve play, but I just think I prefer Hines, Farlogo, Ryan Couchman, and Toby Couchman. Let me know what you think of my team. Let me know your captains for this week in the comments below, or if you vice captained or captained either Cleary or Tommy Jenkins or another Penrith player, or Jack Williams if you're a crazy person who got really, really lucky and great pick tonight. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Wolfie here from the Rage Traders. 5-star review on podcasts, and of course, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Peace.